back, YouTubers. Thanks once again for joining in and tuning into the channel. It really is greatly appreciated. All 370 of you lovely subscribers. Trying out something a bit different today, a second camera angle, so hopefully this other camera that I found lying around doesn't actually crater. It hasn't been used for a while, so we'll just see what happens. So as you can see, we are on the 310 GS today, and this will likely be its last foray out. It's actually now had it for 3 years, and I've hardly used the thing, unfortunately. What with COVID last year, and then what we're losing Dad as well, and everything else in between. It's just unfortunately, it's just a little bit. It just hasn't been used as much as I anticipated or wanted to. Everyone that knows has been on the channel for a bit longer will know that obviously this was bought with the intention of being a winter bike, which it kind of has, obviously, as you'll have seen the last video I did on this, the 2 year review, chasing a little fella around the field. It is a cracking little bike. If you are thinking about buying a winter bike, I would certainly recommend one. Like I've said before, off-road, out the crate, it's maybe a little bit soft. Potentially not as good off-road initially as a CRF 250L, or certainly now the new CRF 300. I'm not too sure if that's actually available on the market yet. I'm assuming it can't be far away. So yeah, I mean that's probably what I'd be looking at. If you're looking to do heavy duty green laning, then that's probably better out the crate for off-roading straight away, minus a decent set of tyres. But yeah, this has been a great bike. It is a bit soft suspension wise for off-road initially. Obviously you'll be aware of the or anyone that's looking at them will be aware of Rally Raid and the products they do. I like this 310, I think it's great. Dad and I bought one each, which is kind of one of the reasons for getting this in the first place. CB500X is probably, if you're looking to go off-road but you want a bit more power, that's probably the better way to go. Or certainly even the KTM, the 390 Adventure R. I've not ridden that, but that extra 10 horsepower over this one, they've got 44 horsepower, is well worth the consideration for sure. Depends what you want to do with it, depends how deep your pockets are, depends what your financial situation is like, depends what you want to have it. Is it going to be a high days and holidays, touring, green roading only, or are you looking to go further afield? For me personally, the CRF was definitely better off-road initially. I actually got rid of the CRF 250L personally, because I found the seat was horrendous. Really hard, more like a motocross bike by comparison. But having said that, this is also up on power compared to the CRF, all 34 brake horsepower of it. And oh, fighting pussies. Yeah, anyway, yeah, so this has more power than the CRF, and certainly more comfortable. And another big issue as well is the tank range. I thought CRF's tank range was absolutely abysmal. You're lucky to get 100 miles out of that, whereas this will do 140 miles easy. So yeah, it depends what you want to have at the end of the day. But I felt this was better. It is a bit bigger. It will certainly sustain 70, 75, 80 on the dual carriageway without any issues at all. And the seat, like I say, is way more comfortable. So it depends. Again, you know, if you can spend more time off-road with it, then it doesn't really matter how comfortable the seat is. But if you're going to be riding 70 miles, 50 miles, whatever it is, to get to your green lane destination, then it's worth considering. I'd have no qualms about keeping this and putting a Rally Raid kit on it. But then you could say, well, you could just use all that money and plough that into a 390 Adventure R, which is probably built to do all that straight out of the box. You know, anywhere that's got dirt roads and stuff, it's well worth the consideration. So, but these back roads like this is where this bike really excels. It's cracking. But yes, unfortunately, it is time it is time for it to go back. I would keep it if I had a use for it, but I've also got the V-Strom as well, and you know, with a little fella coming out with me a bit more, it you know, I need something that can take two of us, and I can't justify 3 bikes no matter how hard I try. How about a nice little view by the river? But she goes alright. For 34 horsepower, she goes just fine. Let's just do a little review down here. Pictures by the river. Here we are. Here we are. This if it falls over on the grass. Probably will do. Oh no, we'll be right. There we go. Lovely. So yeah, 3 years of ownership. It's pristine. 2,500 miles. Not as much as I would have liked. It really has. It's been a good little bike for these little back roads. It's been totally fine. But unfortunately, I've just not had the use out of it. So. It has to go. Would I buy another one? Probably not. Probably not. Why wouldn't I buy another one? A, probably because I've had one already. B, I think I'd probably go for something with a little bit more power. It can get a bit monotonous if you've got a lot of dual carriageway work going into work. If you want to use it as a commuter as well, a green laner and commuter and a winter bike. It can get a bit tiring trying to keep up with traffic at 70-80. So if you're not fussed about that and you're happy just to do 50, 55, 60, it's quite happy doing that. Probably I would be looking to get something with a bit more power. I would say probably 44 horsepower and up is probably where it's at. But again, it depends, you know. If it's once in a lifetime, once in a blue moon, it really depends. I've had no major issues with it as such. Like I said in my previous video with regards to recalls and stuff with it, obviously the brake calipers were replaced under warranty. There was a recall on those, so that was done, no issues with that. I personally had the cush drives replaced under warranty because apparently they were worn, although I don't see how a bike with just over 1,000 miles can have that done, but that was done anyway. The water pump seal, it was leaking coolant. It was leaking coolant from around the other side, so that was replaced as well. The seal itself for the water pump, that was replaced. So you leave it parked up for too long, and you come back and it's had a little wee wee all over the floor. So that was also replaced, like I say. Other things, issues you'll have with it. The headlight is known to be wobbly. Unless you're riding at night, it's not really a problem. As you can see, I've taken the blockbusters off now. I've taken the spotlights off the side. Spotlights make a big difference, like I said before. I believe the new ones have got different stabilisation mounting arrangements, so it doesn't rattle around so much. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's a relatively cheap bike, I suppose, for what it is. Is that still going? Yes, it is, surprisingly. Other than that, it's alright, yeah. Suspension is a bit soft. Front brakes, yeah, well, they're adequate, they stop. But, you know, braided brake lines from new. I personally love the motorsport colours. I think it's really neat. Yeah. What else? That's it, really. Tyres, well, yeah, I guess tyres is the elephant in the field, so to speak. Yeah, they've been okay on the road. Absolutely first class, no problem whatsoever. They're great in the wet, they're great in the dry, really good in the dry. I've tried decking the pegs out a few times on this, and I have failed. It's actually got, you know, the ground clearance is actually really good. But yeah, off road, useless. Anything off dirt track, they're rubbish. As you'll have seen in my other video, that I'll put the link up. They're yeah, not the best. Not the best on wet grass, mud. Useless. You might as well just put slicks on, to be honest. They're just not designed for it. But yeah, dirt trails, no problem at all. You can get BMW. You can get BMW heated grips, which go. I think the controller goes around the headstock somewhere. But Oxford grips for 50 quid. What more do you need? Other than that, that's about it. Carrying capability wise, I've not had much of the back here, other than a couple of a tailback for some shopping. But yeah, it's carrying capacity is pretty good. I have been two up with it. A mate of mine, I've had him on the back, so 2 6-foot lads on this. It doesn't look too good as on a unicycle, and yeah, that has been the case. It's yeah, he was actually sitting. I think he was pretty much sitting on the rack here. Anyone small, no problem at all. But yeah, 2 big lads, quite amusing. But fine for one person and perhaps a small person. But it's the engine doesn't really have the extra get up and go needed to carry a pillion, but you know, it'll do it. It took me and my mate into Aberdeen, and yeah, it was a hoot and a laugh, and it served a purpose. But longer term, it's not something you'd probably want to look at doing on a regular basis. What else? Indicators. I did change indicators for some cheap LED ones off of eBay, but they actually broke. So they just stopped working. So I put the standard ones back on. But they are an absolute nightmare to get to. Trying to get to the nut behind this screw head here. It is a real pain. You have to try and get your finger in behind here or a spanner in behind there to try and hold it. Unless you want to take the front end of the bike completely to bits. What else? That's it really. I mean, it's wearing not too bad. I mean, it hasn't seen a lot of winters, obviously, or much use through the winter. But like everything, if you keep on top of it, you look after it, you shouldn't really have any issue. Front mud guard does protect it quite well. You could get an extended one, but there's no real need, to be honest. But yeah, it's probably worth investing in a radiator guard. But I just never got around to it. Exhaust. I did put on a Dominator exhaust, as I'm sure you maybe see the video on the channel. It sounded good, but damn, it was loud. Even with the baffle in. A lot of people go for the Akrapovics, and there are other cans available. Remus do a nice one that's high level. It kind of comes up here somewhere. Again, it's okay, but it actually got on my nerves, so I decided that I put the standard one back on. So I got rid of the Dominator exhaust. Other than that, that's about it. Mirrors work well. It is very comfortable. It's easily, you could easily go touring on it if you wanted to, but again, it comes down to the engine and the power that it's got. So yeah, that's about it really. Headlight. Yeah, I think I mentioned about the headlight, didn't I? So yeah, it's good, but yeah, not the best at night. So it's worth investing something a bit better. Change the headlight bulb for an LED unit, or better still, the actual whole assembly. Change that for an LED unit, which they are available online. So yeah, but yeah, it's been a good bike, and I'll be sad to see it go, to be honest, in some ways. But needs must. Oh, let's turn on the kill switch. There we go. And yeah, we'll turn around and we'll head home. But yeah, that's a very quick, unscripted, off the cuff review of the 310. It's you know, it's a good little winter bike. It really is. Again, depends what you're going to do with it. Depends what you can do with it. Depends what you want to do with it. But second clutches changes goes well. If you are interested in how quick it actually is, we'll do a quick to 60. That's throttle to the stop. Clutch is shifting. 60, 65, 66, 70, pretty much, give or take. You know, it's alright. It's alright. It does okay. The other thing I meant to mention was the wind protection. I fitted a little bikini clip-on screen to this one, and that just did the job just fine. You can buy taller windscreens for it, but a little clip-on one for 20 quid off of eBay. That's all you need. That's all you need. It actually worked very well. It doesn't go too bad at all. It doesn't go too bad at all. It's actually just going to do a quick pick here. Get Von camera out. Right, you know what? I'm going this way. I've not actually been this way. I don't think really speaking supposed to go up here, but so yeah, off-road. Off-road is totally fine on this sort of stuff. Anything more and anything more than this, it's going to be struggling a little bit. It could do with some heavier duty suspension, but Raider are the daddies for sure. That's where your money should be going. Stand up. You can stand up okay. Bars are very low though, so it needs higher bars on it, pro tapers or whatever. But Raider do that as well. So, but yeah, the bars are far too low for me at 6 foot. It's just not feasible longer term. Oh, trees. And yeah, the heat grips. Obviously, heat grips are for, not to state the obvious, but yeah, worth the weight in gold in the winter. Along with also the blockbusters, they work really well to keep your hands nice and warm. So keeps the wind off, no problem at all. Work just as well as the standard hand guards on my on the V-Strom. So yeah, if you're buying it for a winter bike, then certainly it's well worth investing in a set of hand guards. Doggies. There we go. That wasn't too bad, was it? Dead centre of town. Well, there we go. There we go. Not much else to really say on the little 310. It's been a cracking little bike. It really has. But unfortunately, our time has come to an end. But I can honestly say that I would thoroughly recommend getting one if you are in the market for something that's a little bit off-roady. Again, this sort of road, absolutely no issue whatsoever. Trail roads, trail riding, soft green laning, it'll be fine. But you start getting too heavy duty, and yeah, you'll start noticing its shortcomings. But yeah, other than that, that's it. So yes, I can I can only thank the little 310 for the adventures that we've had, but our time has come to an end. And on that basis, a very quick short video on the 310, my personal ownership experience. But yeah, that's it. Time to say goodbye. Hit the like button if you have enjoyed the content, and subscribe, and we'll catch you soon. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.